Hey everybody, this is such an exciting video. This is my project pan finale for 2023. I have some things I finished. I also have some things I hit pan on. I just was not sure if I was going to be able to, and I'm really excited about this update actually. I hope that you are all having a wonderful day. I am very pleased. I'm sitting here sipping jasmine tea. This is one of the teas I kind of hoard. I try not to let myself drink it too often because it's a little bit spendy and I just love it so much, but this one's getting a little old in my collection, so I decided to let myself just enjoy it. If you like jasmine tea, I really recommend the ones from Tea Viber. I'll have them linked down below. All right, let's do empties first, which I always do. So I did finish off my jasmine tea lip mask. I'll put up on the screen pictures of how this has looked since I rolled it in. When I rolled it in, it was brand new, never touched, and it has taken me several months at this point to finish off this lip mask. For 4-3 Beauty is ColourPop's sister brand. You never know with ColourPop. Some things are really good, some things are just kind of meh. I actually think these lip masks are really good, and they're really good value too for how long they last, especially since I was using it every night and every morning. I know that in the future I'm probably going to want to try another one of these. But that is very happifying to have gone because I have several like potted lip masks like that to finish off. I also finished off this body butter, or that actually it's a body milk, the basil lemon scent from Korres. So it'll be very nice going into a new project pan next year with a different body lotion. That's it for empties, but I do have some things I hit pan in. So very exciting. First off, this highlighter from NARS. So this is the shade Fort de France, and you can see, woohoo, there is a little pan there. This is a product I have worked on last year as well, and I just was not sure how deep the pan was, and I'm very happy to finally reach pan on this. I rolled this in this fall. It took me 17 uses to hit that pan. Some of those uses, I used it as eyeshadow, inner corner, but mostly just lightly brushed on as a highlighter. I must say, I do think that this formula gets a little creamier the more that you get into it. So I've just been enjoying this more and more, the more that I get into this highlighter. I am wearing it again today. It's just a beautiful, soft, glowy highlighter with no glitters. Very pretty. And then I did use it an additional 6 times after hitting pan on it this year. And of course, when I rolled it in, like I said, I had worked on it previously. And I actually didn't buy this new. I bought this from someone that I knew, so I actually couldn't tell you how many uses it took me to start from brand new to pan, but it was a decent amount. It was a lot. Anyway, that is very happifying for me. Hitting pan in a highlighter, not something that happens to me very often. Another product I hit pan in, this is so exciting because look at that big juicy pan. Woo, this is my bronzer from Salt New York. I was using the shade Light when I rolled this in this fall. I had used this just a little bit this year, not a ton, but I knew that there wasn't a ton of product in this pan. I've heard other people say they're, fairly easy to use up even. So I was very hopeful that in 3 months I would be able to hit pan, and there we go. That is such a good start on this product to finishing it up. I do have a different one I want to use up next year, but maybe if I have enough time, I can roll this in again and actually finish it. I really enjoyed working on this. This took me 35 uses in this project to hit pan, and then I continued to use it to expand the pan. I used it an additional 11 times. And I had only used it a few times, like I said, previous to actually putting it in the project. So I would say 40 to 45 uses just to hit pan, but the pan has really expanded quickly, and I am just so very pleased to have pan and bronzer. Again, another product that I just don't often hit pan in. The last bronzer I used up was a powder bronzer, and it was just a mini, and it took me such a long time. I do think I enjoy working on a cream bronzer, or at least this one, much more, because there's actually more progress to note. Okay, so let's move on to progress on other products. So this is not something I have mentioned very often in my updates for this project, but I did roll in a palette of single shadows that I wanted to focus on this year. My goal with eyeshadow this year was just to have it available. For this particular palette, I wanted to have it out so that when I wanted to reach for a single eyeshadow, maybe something sparkly, I could reach for one of these neutrals that would go along with it. And I wanted to see, without necessarily focusing on just one shade if I could hit pan on any single eyeshadows this year. I did hit one. I pulled it out again. So I hit this pan earlier this year. This is the shade So Pale from Makeup Geek, but this is the only pan I hit. I was hoping to at least hit a couple more, and I just didn't reach for them enough. I think going into next year, I know that if I want to hit pan on some eyeshadows, I'm going to have to be more focused and more dedicated. Of the shadows that I still have in here, the one that I used the most was definitely this one. This is a Morphe shadow. This is the shade Hush Hush from, I think it was a Jaclyn Hill palette. And I just really like this tone to use in the cooler months, like in my crease. It's a very, very nice shade for that. But over the course of the year, I only used it 16 times, which for me is not enough to hit pan in a matte. So that was a bit of a fail, but you know, at least I did hit pan in one eyeshadow, one single this year. Okay, moving on to sunscreen. The current sunscreen I'm working on is from a K-beauty brand. This is from Derma B. This is the Everyday Sunblock. I'm enjoying it very much. It's very moisturizing. It's wonderful in the winter time. And this is a giant tub that is taking me forever because I do use it every day, and I'm about little over halfway done with this tub. So this is definitely going to follow me into next year. I have no problem with that because I've been enjoying it so much. The concealer I've been working on is my Glossier Stretch Concealer. This one, I keep saying, you guys, how frustrating it is to have in this project, and I've definitely learned my lesson. I'm going to continue using it, but I don't think I'm going to put it in my project next year. It's just so difficult to show any visual progress on. It's very, very slow moving, this. So I think this is actually really worth the money because you get a lot of product and it lasts forever. I'll put up on the screen the weight difference from when I rolled it in to what it is now. So in that way, I can see that I have been working on it. It has been making progress, but I don't think I'm going to torture myself or any of you watching by actually putting this into the project again next year. Foundation, I'm really happy with my progress on this. I am wearing this again today. This is the Yensa BC foundation. I use the shade Light Neutral. So I rolled this in when it was about here. Now I'm about down to there. So I'm very, very happy with that. I will continue working on this in the next year. So when I do my next project pan intro, you'll be seeing this again, but I don't expect that to take too long, and I've been enjoying using it. Setting spray. This one's been a little annoying to me. So this is the Euphoria Pre-Game Skin Moisturizing Setting Spray. This is one that I don't want to use when I'm filming because I feel like it does make me look quite shiny. So I often don't think to use it until later in the day when I'm not going anywhere. Like, that's just not a quality that's a good thing, unfortunately, about a product. I just feel like it is just too much. So that's why I have not made very good progress on it from month to month, but I really do need to finish this up because I'm tired of working on it. I don't like hate panning things. I want to work on things that I actually want to work on, but now I'm dedicated to finishing this though. So this will be another product you guys will see in my intro for next year. The lip liner I've been working on is from Wayne Goss. I'm actually wearing it right now. This is the shade Mauve, and this is how much is left. So you can see I did make some progress from last month to this month. Not as big of a jump as usual, but I didn't reach for it as much this month. I kind of hemmed and hawed if I'm going to roll this into my project next year, but I really do think that I want to finish it. This is actually not the first time I worked on this in a project. I think I had this in another project as well. Yeah, I know I did, and I worked on it for quite a while in that one as well. So yeah, it's time to finish this. Again, it will take me a little bit next year, but I'm definitely gonna roll it in again, I think. Oh, we're so close on this lipstick. So from Wayne Goss, I have the shade Lily. Look at the little nubbin. Just a little bit that's left. And I was able to make a new mark as well. So this is very slowly but surely being used up. For the past several months, I've been having trouble reaching for it as a lipstick. There's really no reason why. It's a pretty shade. So just to make myself use it, however, I've been using it more as a blush. That way I did reach for it 13 times last month. That just tells me that if I just make myself use it both as a lipstick and a blush for the next couple of months, this should be gone. So yeah, this is definitely, unfortunately, following me into 2024, but it will be a happy day when it's gone. It's not, and I'm not saying that like I dislike the lipstick. I do like it. It's just that I've been working on it all year, so it was kind of disappointing to not finish it off in time for this update, but it should be a relatively easy empty for next year. One more product. Oh my goodness, the past couple weeks I've been trying so hard to finish this. This has been in my project all year, and I really neglected it at the beginning of the year, and I think that if I had just focused a little bit more at the beginning of the year, I would have been able to finish this. So this is a discontinued lip product from Kaleidos. I currently have my marking down about there. I actually think there's less than that in there, but it's kind of hard to see. It doesn't really settle very well. But I have been wearing this almost every day, trying to finish this off, and it's not quite done. So this is going to be another lip product. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to finish this, so you will see this again in my Project Pan intro for 2024. But I am very excited about all the new products I'll be rolling into next year, so thank you guys so much for following along this year. Even though I didn't finish everything I wanted to, I did finish a lot of products, so I will have that video coming at the beginning of the year as well. All the makeup products that I finished this past year, most of those makeup products that I finished were in this project, so stay tuned for that video. That's always very interesting to look back on all the things that I finished. But I am very ready for a new year of panning. It's always very refreshing rolling in some new things, giving myself some new motivation. If you manage to hit pan on anything or finish off anything very exciting before the end of the year, make sure and let us know down in the comments. It's always exciting to hear that. I hope everyone has a great last few days of the year. I will see you next year. Okay, bye.